flag with slavery, suffering, and death. I told a Caucasian, I said, I'm a 1,000% patriot. But I ain't for wrecking people's countries and economies. Understand that? I would die for this country. I will fight for this country. But I also will fight to see that it's right. Period. Ain't gonna do a lot of emotional things, put people down, all that nonsense. So, then, look at Katrina, dear people. We haven't organized an effort yet for relief teams. That's why you should support the Mosque. That's what I'm going to tell the people at the convention. We need 10,000 of you all to give $20 a month. And some of you rich fat cats, right now, so y'all got some money now. I know I have some Caucasian bankers. I said, we poor. He said, no, what you talking about? You got a lot of your people got money. And the people in the bank, no. They ain't talking about no little light bankroll. They said they got money. But once we build the love up, the trust back again, that's right. The socialization, that's what a lot of our business and educating people don't understand. Sometimes you just need to be together. The more we're together, the more I can look in your eyes, the more I can look in you and help you and see what you are. And we feel as a family. That's the Hajj. Yes, the Hajj is the house. Yes, sir. And that's the ideology should be. It starts at your home. It goes to your neighborhood. You go to the Eid field. And then you eventually go to the international. But when you come back from the international, go back home. Yes, sir. How many of us have, and got another good piece of news here. I got a brother, I don't know how many years ago, he's pretty old, but he sold 2,000 papers for the Army Light Bomber. He was so good, the Army Light Bomber brought him to Chicago. And thank Minister James for having a follower like him. He wants to help us. And I told the people, I said, I'm collecting $500 with somebody. I don't know, get something. Go get some money. And we're going to have a contest. And the contest, he's going to sell banquet tickets. And I said, we want to, with the Imam permission and the committee's permission, we want to give tickets out for the public address. Yes. See, when people got a ticket in their hand, yes, sir, it feels like it's important. And it is important. That is. We're going to have the leader, yes, the successor to Imam Deen, Mohammed, there. Yes, and we're going to have the dignitaries, even if they don't speak. Because the word is spreading among them. Put them up on stage. Put a sash around them. Distinguished guests. I got a call just last week by my lieutenant governor. I'm surprised. But I put the word out. I'm a little bold, you know. I said, look, man, I don't want no representatives. I told the governor, don't send no representative, no Negro representative. If you can't come, don't come. No, this is an international organization that's been going on for 81 years. Why should we be played down? Huh? You don't go to the Roman Catholic Archdiocese with some assistant to an assistant. No, I want you and nobody. Told the cardinal that you be represented. Jews represented. See how we teach our people. Period. Huh? Not gonna be there. A lot of this inspired me to say it, but I'm gonna say it. This. I'm skipping because I want you to talk about the word patriotism. And Imam Deen Muhammad will implement that. Oh yeah. Yes, that's important. Believers in uniform, Imam Muhammad. Second, the idea had died down. He brought it back. Yes, sir. Huh? And we want to let others come from overseas and define America. They had the nerve to invite me to a huge conference and said, you can't talk. Nah, I'm trying to be, all of us are political people. You can't talk. Man, they were getting ready to get some Lynchburg cursing. I told them. I said, let me tell you something. I'm a part of the crew. When y'all were scared, one of the big leaders was there. He was there when I said it, and I repeated it again. I said, I remember when you guys were scared. Your name was Moore. Your name was Al. You leader, and you told us that Imam Mohammed was a Catholic for picking up the American flag. And I said, I don't call myself no Palestinian American. I don't call myself anything. I call myself a Muslim African American. So let's get the identity straight, buddy. You know, but Caucasians say something, buddy. I know I got people. They love me. I love them too. Buddy. You know, buddy is a very distant term. No, man. I ain't looking at Elon Omar. She don't know what she's doing. No. Why should she don't know what she's doing? She would come with us. You ain't hear Carson make the excitement. Guess what? You know why they doing it? They're not here because they got good intentions for this country. They're here to steal your birthright.
Yes, right.
They're not going to steal mine. They can steal yours. They ain't going to steal my birthright. I paid in blood. Lynchburg, Virginia. The place they started killing us. Legalized killing us. And I'm going to give it up to be a friend so they can trash America. And I ain't got nowhere to go. You can go back to Somalia. You can go back to Palestine. This is me. So I'm going to be careful. That's why we need wise political strategies. And that convention, we're going to pull them together. No Uncle Tom legislature. We don't want y'all talking. No. Not nobody who is a tool of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. Because you know, the African Americans on the right and left about the same thing. They're just running party line. All right. Fairness Committee, and Imam did the Creations Committee. Oh, you sisters with all those beautiful dresses, our designers, our artists, our novelists. Have you ever heard of a leader that includes all your needs? You know, if our people were involved in activity, they would be out in the streets of Chicago and other places killing each other. Right. But you have to call them to it.
That's right.
That's why we say this is the solution to our people. Imam gave us a solution. Then we have to have a cultural critique. All these movies that are coming now, all these, somebody just gave me a lyrics of some song. I said, damn. The one boy said, man, no wonder you can't think. And the weed ain't helping, but you damage even before you get to the weed. Yeah. You in a cloud. I call it Moses and the burning bush. Oh, I'll forgive you. See, Moses, I got you. You got the burning bushes, smell it? I said, now you, and then you listen to that music. It's just pounding your head. I mean, I'm not talking about the jungle. There are good music in the jungle. But see, even our cultural people should want to be melodious music that make us at peace. We already anxiety. Many of us in dirty apartments or places smelling. Seriously, I mean, not all of us there, but we got a lot of our people. This is our problem. I know African American, I know the Muslim community too. We got these things. We need pleasant environment.
That's right.
We need to learn breathing exercises.
That's right.
We need things that's going to push our health. So our cultural critique committee has to analyze what is good for us. Huh? I would have loved to have seen, what's that movie, which I didn't like anyway. What continent that put up that great movie. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, it was Black Panther.
Yeah.
I thought it was an insult to us. Yeah. When I saw the brother from Oakland coming out playing basketball, I said, this can't be good. Because I met most of the Negroes out of Oakland. I know what they're about. They are archetypes. Louisiana people who come up bitter. And I didn't know this until very recently. The Army Lodge Muhammad told the ministers to be easy on the people in Cali. The Imam said, he said, that's the Imam said. I didn't know. Because I used to see him coming to the Savior's Day with jerry curls, platforms. You couldn't do that on the East Coast. You can do that in Chicago. They come. But he was easier on them. Because I think when you look at Texas, you look at Louisiana where they're from, they have been deeply depressed, oppressed and depressed. So we have to understand geographical differences for our people. But the Imam didn't stop there. He told us to get the better minds and have a steering committee. Out of those 8 committees, they should have somebody, they're natural leaders. They're leaders that are able to have the ability to galvanize people. Don't pick the brother who's weak, you can't talk. Brother, I was thinking it'd be a nice idea. But you know, then again, it may not be a nice idea. And you know what? Come to think of let him serve the Kool-Aid, cookies. Then you have to have people who can steer, can push ideas, not oppress people. Because one of the things that we have as a people, the problem, is suppression of ideas. Sometimes a person just need to listen. I never forget a lady was coming to see Imam Mohammed one time. And I was different than the rest of the imams. I picked it up that she really didn't want to see the Imam as much as she wanted some attention. So I told her, when would you like to see him? And she said, would you give him this book of poetry? And I said to her, yes, certainly. But first, will you sign it and autograph it for me? She said, you want it? I said, yeah, just give it to me. Autograph it for me. And I sat for about 15 minutes. You know where the choir used to be in Stony Island? I came out from the back, and I just sat there and I listened. And she just told me about it. And I said, you still want to see the Imam? She said, no, I'm all right now. I just listened to him. And that way I would keep the flack away from Imam Mohammed. So I see people come and talk to Imam Mohammed about importing shoestrings from China and stuff. That's true. They just, oh man. I think a brother came in, it was cold, his head bald, and in February in Chicago. The Imam said, brother, aren't your head cold? But he listened. He was very compassionate with people. When he was the Imam there in Chicago, he really was an Imam. He showed the example of how to be an Imam. You know, he would sit with people. And then, after a while, I said, I'm going to relieve you some of this job. This sister Imam, we'll take care of those people. And then he had me to start working along with the Imams. And then that was a more difficult task. So they all thought they knew something. And he thought he could chump me off. But they were wrong. Now, the next thing Imam Muhammad created was the New Earth Team. Now, what was the New Earth Team? That was to be our vista. We need to push back in this community the idea, and among our ethnic group, that there should be service. All these people getting out of college instead of going Freaknik, they should go into these neighborhoods and help build houses. They should go in these neighborhoods and tutor people. And it should start out of us. Don't ask to join on them. Don't ask the Kappas that you want. I don't know what the Kappas. I ain't knocking y'all. Y'all do some good work. But we should have that. A New Earth Team to develop. Not going after white folks to volunteer and help us in our neighborhood. If some of them want to come, fine. But we should make it our effort. New Earth Team. Then the Imam worked on the crime. You know what Baltimore and these cities need? They need a blight arrest and pioneer patrol. Yeah. They actually, I'm going to say this publicly, they need, in many cases, armed men and women. Patrol these neighborhoods. You had 10, 15 people being killed a day. That ain't right. No, that should concern us. Our areas, people worried about terror in Palestine. You better worry about terror on the south side of Chicago, west side of Chicago, Petersburg, Virginia, and any place where you get near Martin Luther King Boulevard, be warned. As soon as you get near Martin Luther King Boulevard, it's dangerous. Telling you. Period. That's true. That's a fact. I don't know why they did that. They used to have Frederick Douglass Boulevard in Harlem, and that was the most dangerous place in the world. And Frederick Douglass descendant. So why did y'all name that after my granddad? But then the gentrification came, and they ain't there no more. And they gave Frederick Douglass some dignity. So don't put the name of these great people and you attract, but reform them. Our people can be reformed. We're an example of that, right? They just be appealed to them. That's all. Those who won't or refuse to be, you know, those things can be done for them. You don't have to go to prison either. No. Today, the time clock is running out. The time clock is running out because these people, if we don't watch, they will carry the whole race down. Yeah. We'll be the laughing stock. We are phenomenal people. And don't get me wrong, we got billionaires. Hey, Robert Smith, billionaire. And he's a real brother too. He got the blue suits on, red suits. You know, he's his brother. Billionaire. Got many others. We met with a group of them. They're very honored to be in our presence. They sent you the degree. Former governor of the comptroller of New York, Carl McCall, H. Carl McCall. David Pastor, all of this. And I said, you know, they said, you still at it, right? I said, yeah, I'm still at it. Yeah, they used to be my Mohammed Speaks customers. And I said, yeah, brother, I'm still doing it, man. I said, man, we're going to do that. We want to integrate the wealthy with the poor. So the poor would be less poor and the rich can get richer. Huh? We need to tell our people that it's not a sin to be rich. It's a sin to be poor. Huh? That's right. We have to put structure among our people. Imam, that's why he wanted Elijahville. So we could have a 5-year exodus to get some material resources. Huh? We're losing colleges every year. The African American colleges are closing. And the stupid Negroes will tell you we don't need them. We do need them. Man, I'm telling you, so go to a predominantly Caucasian college, they come in looking at you as though you're illiterate. That's a fact. They don't know you. And they've heard the popular culture. We got great institutions, and that's why the man was building the Bilal University before the tricksters came along and took it down to Sedalia. Now, Sedalia was never intended to be a college. Sedalia was to be a boarding school. That was Nat King Cole's wife's aunt, Sadie Hawkins. And she had this refined school. We need a nice boarding school. Some of our children are super children. They don't need to be in just our school. That's right. But they need to be. But we got the money to do it. We got the money to do it. And others among us will help us. That's why this convention is so important. We're going to write them all. We're going to write all the problems. First, we're going to write the Muslims. As Imam Mohammed II said, they are obligated. Yeah, they're obligated. You're a general in the service. Hey, man, you're a police commander. You know, you was commanding a bucket of fish. And Imam Mohammed made it possible for you to have the mind to go into the military. I mean, you got people in this community earning big money. Well, this ain't all broke. Now, I remember the community people that money, and we were more sacrificing. But we have a lot of well-to-do people. Go in the parking lot. Go in the parking lot at these conventions. God tell me, he said, Imam, I don't know whether I can stay in that hotel tonight. He said, man, I'm too used to first class. I said, man, why don't you give me $300 for my ministry? So I think about it. Okay, well, you enjoy yourself. Because I'm going to come just to show off. But I love them. But we need to be together to heal. In the last solution Imam posed was something that no other leader among African Americans has ever proposed. It's crucial. Coalition to reconstruct unified community involvement in leadership. Organize, educate, and coordinate, Imam Mohammed said. He said, this is what we should be doing. So we should form coalitions with other African Americans. And then, God, inshallah, God willing, we'll have our Imam convene our better minds of our people. We have plans to bring you to New York, introduce you to the rich. Then after we introduce you to the rich, we can have you talk to the poor in spirit. Yes, sir. Also our young people. And let you tell them what it was like to grow up under your father. A real man, a 360-degree man. I think one of these rappers called it 360 degrees, okay? Real, compassionate man, but a daddy. You know, I mean, a man that, I'm not that kind of father, I wish I was. Take his children to Pizza Hut. I was getting ready to talk to the man about something like that. I'm not wild like that. And he said, man, I got to take my children to see cool with the cakes and eat that. Because, you know, the Nation of Islam ministers, we weren't in touch with that, man. He said, work, till you crack up. But I blew my mind one day. They said, Imam took a vacation. A vacation? We were told in the Nation of Islam, we've been on vacation for 400 years. But see how he relaxed us? Brothers and sisters, this is not only a solution for you, the Muslims, and the thousands of you probably going to be listening to this. This is the answer to African Americans. And you come around, you look at us, realize you're a part of it. Well, you are formally in it. And that's another thing about Imam Mohammed. Imam Mohammed never insisted that people come and join. He never did. I found a survey, they said 10% of his audience, maybe 20% of his audience was non-Muslim. Now you see people come to me and all that. Guys, I'm not a Muslim. But I like Imam Muhammad. And if we can be the same way, if we can make their lives better, we can teach them better, and we can make this community better. See, we need, let me tell you something. I like the numbers here today. Do like Brother Mohammed, Imam Mohammed, Brother Deen and his brother, they brought people. Y'all in Gary, y'all in the place, bring somebody. Bring one of them young people. You don't know when we'll spot a new brain wave in there.
Yes, sir.
Huh? You don't know what will happen. You ain't the judge.
That's right.
God is the judge.
That's right.
He come up and heard something that strikes down mine. Guy may have a pistol in his pocket. Man, I don't throw that pistol away. I don't do it. I've seen people do it. I've seen our people give back drugs, alcohol, coming from our meeting. That was the nation of Islam. I even seen it happen in Baltimore when I was an Imam. I used the old nation pull off, you know, and say, give him back his drugs. Give him back his alcohol. Give him back his liquor. You didn't come over here with that. Give it back to him. A brother told me, he said, you know, man, I had a reefer in my pocket. He said, he didn't find that. He said, I had a comb, and I was dealing with a whole lot of other behaviors that are not mentionable. He told me, I down in Junior year one time. And he said, you don't remember me, do you? I said, no. I don't know about him. I do. I remember the spirit. I don't remember his name.
Yes, sir.
But say he was in temple number 4, and he was having a hard time, and somebody fished him into the temple. And I wasn't see one of them, even as a temple teacher, but they didn't give me a chance to. I never was abstract. I would read you.
Yes, sir.
And if I read you and I saw you had a need, see, everybody here look good, man. Y'all got the need. Y'all hand me $20, $50, $100. That's all you want. Y'all in good shape. But if I seen somebody in here was nodding, and they were distraught, before I leave them, I'd give them something of my spirit that will pick them up, and something knowledge and hope. Imagine you a 50-year-old African American. You don't know nothing about this. What would you be? I was just telling a brother the day earlier. Could you imagine being 70 years old on a Sunday? You run out of money. All you get is a pig feed and a little nip of liquor to drink. And why is that man like that? Don't condemn that man. That man doesn't have anything to really hope for. That's why you see these young people out here running. Give them an alternative. And Lord said, leave me alone to deal with my creature. Our job ain't to make them anything. Our job is to expose them. Our job is to give them. Our job is to show examples. And Allah will judge them. And Allah, many of them, we will open our heart up. And they come in, you feel you treat them good. When they come in, you just speak to them. Sister, y'all still new sister? Shake her hand. Welcome, sister. Welcome home. Long ways from home. You here. That's how we feel. That's what caused me to join the Nation of Islam in 1960. I was in the church. Very cold place. I ain't talking about preaching, brother, but it's real. You have the right clothes, you have the right connection, the right complexion. It's rigid. Came to the temple, gave me a bean pie. Brother offered me a bean pie. I said, I ain't no bean pie. He says, I like what you think. This is a trial of pea. And I ate it, a little bit more. Wow, tastes like sweet potato. So I told you a lot, he gave me the bean pie. He got his fish, and I took my letter out. The rest is history. Peace be on our noble and honorable audience. Thank you so much. I'm gonna bring up our leader, Imam Deen Mohammed. I'm sorry we went over, but we have a leader that's current on the legacy of Imam Deen Mohammed. He's not trying to step in big shoes, he's stepping in his shoes. And it's liberating. But definitely you know his mind, you know his spirit, his heart. And I've observed him for 41 years. You know, one thing about a father, you can look at a son and see what they respect his dad. And I see reverence. I see him and his dad call him up and he just, you can see the reverence. It wasn't like, this is just my daddy. Because you know, a lot of children that come from prominent families, man, they're some nasty suckers, man. But he's humble, sincere. He's doing this Because he loves you. Most of all, he loves Allah, but he loves his community. He's a product of this community. And you imams that might be listening, we're going to go ahead. I love you too. But you need to get with the program.
Yes, sir.
Get on the good foot. Get on the good foot. Peace be on you.
Peace be
They got me all mic'd up, man. I don't want to say nothing but they mic me up. Thank you. This is enough.
Yeah, that's like that.
Okay. Yeah, this is
Your mic. Oh.
excellent job. Excellent job. Man, I live for lectures just like that. Because this is who I am. This is what I'm all about. And this is my history. And I can see nothing but good in my past. When I see my history as a child, when I was coming up, y'all can hear me now? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and welcome. I'm not going to keep y'all here. I'm going to just let you know how I'm feeling right now. I had a hard time getting out of that seat sitting. I've been sitting there. The day has gone by. We've been here for a good 5 hours possibly. And I enjoyed thoroughly every moment of it. With Imam Alfred took me back to Stony Island with the language and the spirit. But I was a little boy. Little boys, you pick up more on the spirit, or more than the language, and more than the culture. The culture becomes who you are. And he's an encyclopedia of my culture. So I'm getting a lesson, a revisit to what made me who I am, And I enjoy it, and I'm sitting back there trying to keep myself quiet, but my wife sitting next to me, I'm wanting to tell her, I said, see, that's what I was telling you about. I said, well, no, they opened up the mental institute and sent them to where I went to grammar school.
That's right.
But we had every doctor and scientist on earth to deal with them type of people that was coming, so they would send them to us, but we was dealing with them. And we had the best leaders to lead his group of doctors to heal the issues that we didn't know where they was coming. So I had a lot of fun, a lot of joy. We felt loved. The people were sincere. Like you see Brother Alfred speaking, they were sincere and well prepared. Not only Elijah Muhammad conditioned their spirit and their minds to handle the circumstances that and I just wish they hadn't dumped so much on my father. They dumped every evil, sinful thing. I mean the people in power, because it wasn't a cultural thing. I think the culture of African American people, of us as a people, were under such attack because Imam Muhammad was there, bringing in a new world, a new culture for America, a new mind for American people. And I'm not trying to paint a picture or nothing. This is fact.
Right. Right.
As they say, actual facts.
Actual facts. That's right.
That's a fact. Imam Muhammad was bringing something in that the people were responding to, and those that were in power. Human beings, it's natural to have a little anxiety when you say, hey, guess what? You thought you was going to have this forever, but it's about to change. And no matter if this is a good thing, if it's a good thing you may feel you may benefit from, the people, it's always the person that knows where his food, clothes, shelter, and has his life together, good money in the bank, and a good family, and his situation is good. Those are the people. A lot of people talks about that, the rich person in the Quran. But those are the people that get the most anxiety when you tell them, hey, something's going to change, even if it's for the better. They say, they want to know how do you know it's going to be better? But I think we're at the point now where the vision that Imam had, enough of us have it, and enough of the world public see the change and embrace it, and see their role in it, and see their role in seeing it fulfilled,
and also bringing those that have anxiety and don't understand what's going on. And what I'm talking, you know, in a, not in a clear picture like. But if you just look back in the 70s,